About retiring in the great state of Alabama? Well, me too. Maybe I'll join you there. But before we do, let's see what they look like from a tax perspective when it comes to how retirees pay taxes in the great state of Alabama. Into this, my friends, welcome again to the Heritage Wealth Planning YouTube channel, the place where we tell you how Alabamans have to deal with taxes when it comes to retirement, and also the other 49 states as well. So if Alabama's on your list, you can start with this video, and if you say, no, maybe Georgia might be on my list, or maybe, I don't know, Kentucky or something like that, they're all listed here, one after the other here at the Heritage Wealth Planning YouTube channel. So let's look at the great state of Alabama, and as we do, we start with Kiplinger's, and Kiplinger's has this tax-friendly quintile, if you will. 10% or the 20% is in the most tax-friendly dark green, 20% in the second most tax-friendly light, and the white is 20%, and you can see the least tax-friendly in the blue. Alabama is in the second best quintile for tax friendliness. So let's see what the cause. Oops, I went to Louisiana. That's not what I want. I want Alabama. Let's see what the. Did that give me Alabama or what? You give me Alabama there, Kiplinger's? Yes. Okay. So the Yellowhammer State is a tax-friendly retirees. Most pensions and Social Security are exempt from state income taxes. Homeowners 65 and older don't pay state property taxes. Hey, wow. But some cities and counties apply their own property taxes. The only catch is sales taxes are high and even apply to food. The state sales tax is 4%. The localities can add as much as 7% of that, my friends. And the average combined is about 9%, according to the Tax Foundation. Alabama is one of the few states that do not exempt food from sales tax. Now, the income tax range on the low, well, it's only $1,000 of taxable income, high of 5% of more than $6,000 of taxable income for married filing jointly. So basically your taxable income. So let me just reiterate this. I say it every time. You have your gross income, and then you have your taxable income. Your gross income is what you have on the before you take your deductions, and then your taxable income. So in this case, $6,000, you need to have, if you're married filing jointly, a gross income of $32,000 to have to pay any taxes to the state of Alabama, because you get $26,600 of deductions, standard deductions on the new Fed law, on the Trump tax bill. So until you have $32,000 roughly, you pay no taxes in Alabama. Once you had $32,000, you're paying 5%. So that's unreasonable. But let's see what else. There might be some more benefits we can see here. Alabama also allows residents to deduct all their federal income tax from state taxable income. So not just your income, it's your tax that you pay to the feds. You get to deduct from the state of Alabama. Social Security benefits are not taxed in the great state of Alabama. Military, civil service, state and local government, qualified private pensions are all exempt as well. Out-of-state governments pensions are exempt if they are defined benefit plans. So if an out-of-state government pension, if it's truly a pension, it is exempt, as are railroad benefits. Distributions from IRAs and employer-defined contribution plans, 401ks and 403bs are taxable. And they're taxed at ordinary income rate up to 5%. Qualified private pensions are exempt. All right, so if you have a pension, you don't pay state income tax in the state of Alabama, yet if you roll over that pension and you had to put into an IRA, you are going to pay tax on that. So just keep that in mind. And of course, if it's a pension, it's a state or local government or military, and you were to roll that money over, if available to you, again, you're going from a tax-free entity to a taxable entity, and it's taxed up to 5%. So it's not a cheap tax for sure. Property taxes, the median home value in Alabama is $125, and the median property tax on the median home is $543. If I grab my trusty old calculator, which I cannot find, we would know what to do with it. But anyway, so we know that's what, about 1% and that's pretty good. Homeowners 65 or older are exempt from all state property taxes. That's fantastic. Some cities assess separate taxes on the property. Seniors age 65 and older with taxable income of $12,000 or less may qualify for an exemption from the county and city taxes as well. Senior, okay. So senior Homestead exemption. Senior with a taxable income, okay. If you have a taxable income more than $12,000 on your federal tax return, but less than $12,000. Okay, so again, that's not going to be a whole lot of people that will be watching this YouTube channel. But seniors who don't meet the above income limitations still may qualify for a $2,000 homestead exemption that you would go against your county taxes for sure. Now, again, an exemption is a deduction. It's not the same as a credit, so just be advised. It's still out. Property tax in Alabama are dirt cheap anyway, so not a huge issue. Car sales are taxed at 2% by the state, half the general tax, and municipalities can add to that with a maximum local levy of 5.25%. Most vehicles are subject to an annual property tax with states rates set by the municipality, and the levy applies even to vehicles that are not on the road. Shelby County, for example, the tax on private passenger vehicles at $16,800 would be about $124 a year. So they do get you a little bit on the property taxes, more than what we pay here in Georgia, that's for sure. No inheritance or estate tax, but still, it's not. I'm not going to say it's chump change, but $124 on a roughly $17,000 vehicle, that's not going to make you a pauper. All right, so let's tax here. So all in all, pretty good for the state of Alabama. Sales tax and thing is high. Income tax is high, but it depends on what source of income you have. And again, income tax income tax rate is 5%. State and local tax burden is 8.7, which puts them in the rank of 39. Again, that's for income taxes there. So, and again, we want to be on the high here. We want to be on high, and we want to be low here. So Alabama is the fourth most free state in the union because their tax freedom date is April 9th. So we on the state and local tax burden, the higher the better. On the tax freedom day, the lower the better. And it gets confusing. You think Tax Foundation would have made that uniform. All right, so sales tax is where they get you. Now, again, if you're 4% sales tax in the state, you're like, whoa, that's pretty good. And you're like, oh, I'm moving to Alabama, sales tax is so low. No, sirree. You got to look at everything because the average local sales tax is another 5.1, which means combined is 9.1, which puts Alabama at rank number 5 in the terms of the highest sales tax states there are in the union. So you can't just look at that. I mean, a significant difference between the state sales tax number, and then the combined number. I mean, it looks like they're the best, one of the best in the union. In fact, they're one of the worst. Gas tax at 20 cents per gallon, which is pretty low, and cigarette tax is pretty low as well. Property taxes, yeah, I mean, look at that, 0.4% is the second lowest property tax state in the union. So even if you're a senior and you don't qualify for various exemptions, you're just not going to get hammered from a property tax. So that's absolutely favorable. So lots of good stuff there in Alabama. Now let's see what Smart Asset says about it comes to actual income. Now remember, Smart Asset just looks at the income stream, doesn't look at sales and or property taxes. Again, fully benefits exempt Social Security and private pensions that qualify, and all government pensions as well, to include military pensions. Sales tax is a high one, but you can offset that with a incredibly low property tax. And as we usually do, we start with $25,000 in Social Security income, and then we go to $25,000 in IRA distributions. And let's see what we pay in the state of Alabama. Do I have a pension there someplace? It looks like I do. Yes, let's get rid of that pension. Boink. And 1953, married filing jointly. Yep. So we got $50,000 of income, and we pay $846 in taxes to the state of Alabama. Let's do. I just had $50,000 up there before from a pension. Let's do that and see what we got here. See, that doesn't make sense. So here we got $50,000 from a private pension, $25,000 from IRA distributions, and $25,000 from Social Security. And we pay less. We pay less from in taxes. I don't get that. So let's do this. Let's get rid of that guy. $75,000 total income, and if it's from a private and/or public pension and Social Security, you pay no income tax. I mean, you're talking real money, friends. If you got $50,000 of income from a pension, or you have $50,000 income from an IRA distribution, the difference in taxes is quite. I mean, it's quite elaborate, actually. So nothing before, and here it is, $2,000 there, and that's annually. So if you're taking $50,000 a year from your IRA, as opposed to having it from a pension, that's $2,000 a year on $75,000. And that's roughly 4% tax. That's real money, my friend. So maybe 3.5%. So you got to be careful. All in all, from a sales tax perspective, Alabama is not good. It depends on your locality. Again, always depends on your locality. Some localities are probably not going to be high as others, but from a state sales tax, it's wonderful. So you got to look at your locality. From a property tax, you just can't beat it. And then from an income tax, it can be pretty good. I mean, look at this. What if we maximize Social Security and we had less retirement income. All right, so now we have $65,000, of which $50,000 come from Social Security. We pay $284. So again, your income tax are going to vary on where your income's coming from. So you got to know this in advance. Again, I'd be hesitant to start rolling money willy-nilly into an IRA if I have a private pension, that's for sure. So pensions, you probably want to keep it in a pension in the state of Alabama just because it's taxed more favorably. All right. Hope this helps. As always, thumbs up, always helpful, my friends. Don't forget to comment down below. Hit that little blue red button there on the bottom right of your screen to be subscribed, and then hit the little notification bell to be notified of future content. And I appreciate you coming on board the Heritage Wealth Planning YouTube channel. Thanks, guys.